3A West Regional Final from Lawrence Joel Coliseum here on the NFHS Network. And we've got the top-seeded AC Reynolds Rockets taking on the Falcons of West Rowan. Hi everyone, Kendall Lewis here with you on the NFHS Network today, and this should be a fun-filled matchup. You've got West Rowan 29-1 checking in against AC Reynolds 27-1. These two teams have been the top two seeds in the West Region RPI all season long. And they'll get the winner of South Central Terry Sanford, the 6 o'clock game later tonight in Lawrence Joel Coliseum. All right, folks, let's take a look at our players to watch for both teams.
Number 24 for these guys. She's
and first, number 30, Peyton Harvey, who averages 13.2 points per game. You look at 5.5 rebounds, over 3.5 assists per game, does a little bit of everything. She will be tonight. And on the other side for West Rowan, the defending 3A state champions, the 2 seed coming in, and there is a balanced scoring attack when you look at Ashley Poole's crew. Lauren Arnold can guard all 5 positions on the floor. She is the jack of all trades for this West Rowan team.
And now introducing the AC Reynolds High School starting lineup.
You still want me on the black team?
Number 2, Julie Jonas.
Almost set for tip-off. AC Reynolds making the trip from Asheville, North Carolina, in the white unis, green letters, green numbers, green trim down the side. Well, we told you both of these teams, when you think about the top 2 RPI teams in the West region all year long, and they meet here. These two have been on a collision course to meet each other. West Rowan in the navy blue, light blue letters, light blue numbers. AC Reynolds in the white. And we're underway from Lawrence Joel Coliseum. And West Rowan comes away with it. We'll try to strike first here. Falcons, as we mentioned, perfect 31-0 a season ago, won the 3A state championship. Thompson gives way on the left side to Arnold. They get it free throw line extended on the pull-up jumper for Emma Clark. And it's empty. Rebound off Rockets. Open look for Tate Harvey. She's their shooter as they kick this one out. Extra pass, Peyton Harvey, and knocks it down from deep. And AC Reynolds strikes first. Tinner, she'll dial it up from deep and hits. This is going to be an up and down, back and forth pace. Janice trying to drive in for AC Reynolds, finishes with the left. And AC Reynolds, as we mentioned, 27-1, went a perfect 12-0 in the Mountain 3A, 4A split conference. And a takeaway. Peyton Harvey on the steal. In transition, finishes it. 7-3 start for the Rockets. Here's Lauren Arnold trying to slash in. Tough shot, it rims out. And tapped out of bounds. It's going to stay on this end. Just over 6 left to play here in the first quarter.
He needs to tell us this before we get on the air. There's not a lot we can do right now.
Rockets basketball with just over 6 minutes left to play. And Peyton Harvey brings it up the floor for AC Reynolds. Again, we mentioned out of that Mountain 3A, 4A split conference this year, they had the top RPI the entire year in the West region. And Thompson will bring it up the floor for West Rowan. Tough shot off the glass, offensive board, back up, and a whistle and a foul. We'll take a second look. Lauren Arnold corrals the rebound and goes back up to draw the contact. And Arnold at the charity stripe makes them both. 7-5 ball game with 5.5 left to play in the first quarter. Kendall Lewis here with you on the NFHS Network. Winner to the state championship on Friday. Janice drives, kicks, open look, corner pocket for Harvey, no. Misses long, rebound pulled in, Arnold coast to coast, double clutching, just leaves it short. And now leaking out in transition is Janice. Janice up strong and finishes. Four-point lead for the Rockets, who got out to that 7-3 start and a wild pass, this one out of bounds. Well, I'll tell you what, AC Reynolds dealing with some adversity in today's ball game. Amanda Whitaker, their head coach, who's in year 8, got sick last night at the hotel, is unable to coach the team. So that means that Danny McLaughlin is the acting head coach today for the Rockets as we take a second look at the whistle and the foul. And Janice will trigger it in. They try to feed this one inside, long on the turnaround. Gets the bounce off the back of the rim. A friendly bounce here in Lawrence Joel. 11-5. And the Rockets with their largest lead at 6. Oh, sweet ball movement. They find Clark cutting to the basket and finishing off glass. Janice can't feed it inside. It was deflected and taken away. West Rowan has some of the best pressure in the state of North Carolina, regardless of classification. You'll notice that here today. They turn defense to offense as good as anyone in the state, forcing a lot of those live ball turnovers. Tenner, empty, and out of bounds. This is going to go back to the Rockets here at the 3:26 mark. 11-7 lead for AC Reynolds.
Nobody could ever remember.
Well, Peyton Harvey brings it up the floor. We mentioned Amanda Whitaker unable to coach the team today. A lot to play for if you're the Rockets. Trying to play for their head coach to punch a ticket to the state championship on Friday at an offensive foul. And the West Rowan faithful letting the officials know about it. Game clock just over 3. AC Reynolds, a team that last year won 22 games. They've got 27 on the year. We mentioned just one loss, and that was to Lake Norman. And an offensive foul going to send it the other way. Take a second look. They say Janice out of control. And each team with 2 team fouls here apiece in the first quarter. Once again, 3A Women's State Championship Friday night. Someone trying to punch a ticket here first. This is the 3A West classification. Thompson, floater. She was bumped. We'll take a second look. Whistle and the foul. The culprit, Tate Harvey. And it's going to send Thompson to the free throw line. Thompson is just a sophomore, is a special talent. You talk about a kid with a high basketball IQ. Her head coach, Ashley Poole, knew she was going to be special coming up from middle school. And why is that so important? Ashley Poole, who is the head coach at West Rowan, is also the middle school coach at West Rowan Middle School. And this group of seniors have been a special class. 5 seniors on this team, defending state champions. And some of these kids she's coached for 6 years. What a nice way to build a feeder program if you're Ashley Poole and West Rowan. Good takeaway and rejected from behind. Nice recovery by Tiara Thompson. Looked like Wilcox had a step on Thompson, and Thompson just swatted it away from behind. And off the backboard, out of bounds. It'll give it back to the Falcons of West Rowan. Tell you what, 2 teams, as we mentioned, on a collision course for each other. The top 2 seeds almost the entire season in the 3A West. It wasn't just a last couple of weeks thing, as we mentioned. 29 wins for West Rowan, 27 for AC Reynolds. Here's the takeaway. In transition, Ava Young, easy lay-in. And the Rockets maintaining that 4-point lead here with just over 90 seconds to play first quarter. Nice drop off inside. Can't finish the bunny, was Edwards. Loose change and a foul. Well, this will give it back to AC Reynolds with 128. And AC Reynolds, a team that has averaged over 63.5 points per ball game this year and owned the glass, 34.7 rebounds a game. The Rockets pull down. Active hands on D. And out of bounds. It's going to be a sideline out of bounds for AC Reynolds. Ava Young, a junior, sends it in, then cuts. Had it taken away on the roll. Back come the Falcons. Little stutter step. Pfeiffer can't finish at the 10. And rebound corralled in by Harvey. Harvey, coast to coast with the left, wild shot. Less than a minute to go, first quarter. Here's Lauren Arnold. Nice move and draws the body contact. Lauren Arnold is so shifty. Just a phenomenal player, as we said, does a little bit of everything for this team. And you see it right there, the ability to manufacture points at the free throw line. We have seen that from her all season at West Rowan. And you look at the box stats on the Falcons. Really does a nice job of getting to the free throw line at will in games. Makes them both. We mentioned AC Reynolds made the drive from Asheville, North Carolina, yesterday afternoon to Winston-Salem. About 3 hours away. Was talking with Lisa Whitaker, who is, they call Mama Whit, who's on the bench for her daughter Amanda Whitaker, who was unable to coach today due to illness. Got sick last night at the hotel, but she said, hey, we had a community send-off as Clark gives the shot fake and finishes. Wow, what a move, and we're tied at 13. Harvey sizes up Thompson. Harvey on the step back, short, and the first quarter comes to a close. All knotted up at 13 apiece. West Rowan ends on a 4-0 run. We'll be right back. The 3A West Regional Final will continue on NFHS Network.
You know, I love being local for my customers. It means helping friends and neighbors. The people in this county care about who they walk beside. That's what makes it so good to live here. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
This NCHSAA championship event is brought to you by North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
$13 apiece. Here to start the second quarter. AC Reynolds, the number 1 seed in the 3A West, against West Rowan, the number 2 seed who won the state championship last year, went 31-0. You're talking about a Falcons team that is literally 59-1 the last 2 seasons combined. This is a storied program in North Carolina when you think of women's basketball. And Addie Long inside turns and draws the foul. And Long's going to be at the charity stripe for the Rockets as she knocks down the first. If you weren't with us earlier, again, Amanda Whitaker, the 8th-year head coach that played her college basketball at Brevard, unfortunately cannot be with the team today. Got sick at the hotel last night. Danny McLaughlin is the acting head coach. Lisa Whitaker, her mom, is an assistant coach on this team, and her father, the bookkeeper for the Rockets. Now, these players really want it for Coach Whitaker to try and punch a ticket to the state title on Friday. Outlet pass, Wilcox, oh, the spin cycle, couldn't finish. Rebound off the West Rowan. Trying to leak out in transition was Edwards, and off her fingertips and out of bounds. We mentioned these two teams. You look at the North Carolina RPI rankings in the 3A West all year long, and it just seems like they have been on a collision course for one another. And they meet here at Lawrence Joe Coliseum. Thompson, she'll pull it from 3. Wild shot off the glass. Peyton Harvey races down the loose board, and we got a foul underneath the basket. After the rebound, take a second look. They're going to get Addie Long on the foul. So West Rowan basketball with 6:51 left to play in the second quarter. And Clark shuffled the feet and traveled.
Makes everything so much easier. You can really concentrate on what you're doing. Right.
Rockets basketball. Peyton Harvey, a shot fake. She'll pull up on the J. Leaves it short. Offensive rebound pulled in by Wilcox. Good drop off. Baseline jumper. Off the mark. Multiple chances. And AC Reynolds owning the glass takes a 4-point lead at 17-13. Get a second look at the replay. Just crashing the boards on the cleanup that time was Peyton Harvey. And a timeout. We'll keep it right here from Lawrence Joel Coliseum. Here's a look at the 3A bracket. Winner of this one gets the winner of top-seeded South Central in the East against Terry Sanford out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. That game will be played at 6 o'clock tonight right here on the NFHS Network in Lawrence Joel Coliseum. We should have some really good games today. And that Friday night state championship, 6 o'clock right here in Winston-Salem as well. What a ball game. West Rowan ended the first quarter on a 4-0 run to tie it at 13. AC Reynolds on a mini 4-0 run to start the second quarter. Leads by 4 again. Little full court pressure by the Rockets. They'll mix it up defensively. Thompson bullies her way in the paint. Misses long on the floater. Clark, long 2, short. And rebound collected in by the Rockets, but a takeaway. Quick hands by Thompson and the lay-in. Wow, the pickpocket in the finish. And West Rowan pulls back within 2. Drive and kick. Tate Harvey, empty on the 3. They'll try it again from distance. Rattles off. Clark, the rebound. Well, Emma Clark has been a force on the glass for the Falcons here in this one so far. Both these teams, excellent rebounding teams, excellent offensive rebounding teams. And Pfeiffer takes it to the bucket and lays it home. We're knotted up at 17. AC Reynolds going to slow it up. They lob it backdoor. Tate Harvey met by Clark. Into the hands of Pfeiffer. Coast to coast. Pfeiffer can't finish it. And off the leg of Wilcox. It's going to stay on this end with West Rowan.
Checking in for AC Reynolds, number 13, David Young. And for West Rowan, number 24, Rowan Arnold.
So Falcons baseline out of bounds here, tied at 17. Just under 4.5 left to play, second quarter. Thompson pulls it away. She's pressured by Harvey. Thompson nowhere to go. High post entry feed. Back to Thompson, but an offensive foul. Wave it off. Take a second look. How about that? Anna Wilcox in position to take the charge and stepping up here in a big moment in the 3A West Regional Final, tied at 17. Rockets trying to retake the lead. Janice had it poked loose. Tenner got a hand on it. And a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against AC Reynolds. It will be Falcons basketball. Each team with 2 team fouls apiece here in the second quarter. 3:48 left to play in the first half. Kendall Lewis here with you on NFHS Network. Oh, sweet dish. Backdoor in the finish. Edwards for the deuce. Harvey, little drive and kick. Open look from 3 for Young. Tapped around, rebound Falcons. Thompson, quick stutter step, gets into the paint, draws the blocking foul. And Thompson will head back to the free throw line for West Rowan. Thompson just knows how to control the tempo of the game, is what Ashley Poole has to say about her. Well, you're talking about a team that went 31-0. They returned almost everyone. They only lost one player off that state championship team a year ago. But they know what it's like to get to this stage as she makes them both. 21-17 with just over 3 minutes left to play in the second quarter. And you get a look right there at AC Reynolds' huddle. Danny McLaughlin is the acting head coach. If you weren't with us earlier in the broadcast, Amanda Whitaker is out sick today. And of course, her mom, Lisa Whitaker, who has been on her bench the entire time she has been the head coach at AC Reynolds, is over there. Her father is the bookkeeper. And then there's Ashley Poole of West Rowan, who's been doing this for quite some time. As I mentioned, coaches West Rowan Middle School and West Rowan High School, just loves the ability to impact so many kids at so many different ages. And we mentioned what a great recipe that is if you're West Rowan at building a feeder program. If you're Ashley Poole, as we mentioned, she's coached some of these kids for 5-6 years from the middle school transitioning to the varsity level by the time they reach high school. Harvey, from distance, it's empty. And rebound Falcons. Arnold shot fake back to Thompson at the front. Thompson, a really good distributor of the basketball as well. Tenner feeds it, high post, smooth as silk on the jumper. Maya Edwards. And a whistle and a carry. Take a second look. On that last bucket from Maya Edwards, a player that was a part of that state championship team a year ago, has much improved from last year to this year. And a 6-point lead for the Falcons. Arnold, up fake, accelerates, and an offensive foul. Tell you what, AC Reynolds really good at getting in position. How about that right there? Eberhardt able to take the charge for the Rockets. One thing you'll notice about AC Reynolds, they've got a handful of seniors blended with some really good young talent. That freshman, sophomore class, handful of ninth graders getting significant minutes for Amanda Whitaker's crew this year. In transition, off and running, the lay-in good for Edwards. West Rowan has their largest lead of the game at 8. Wilcox, shot fake, gets down the baseline, kicks it. Open look from 3, off the mark that time from Tate Harvey. And the Falcons looking to build upon it with 1:14 left to play in the second quarter. Thompson, off glass, wouldn't go. Loose ball. And it's going to go back to AC Reynolds. Ashley Poole pleading her case with the official. She thought it was obvious that AC Reynolds players were chasing after it going out of bounds, that they touched it. However, it's Rockets basketball. Well, this has been an up and down seesaw first half. Both teams, multiple lead changes, a couple of ties. Wilcox, way downtown, you betcha. Anna Wilcox, the senior, who's committed to play at Randolph-Macon, drains it from 3. Floater in the paint. The rim, a little unkind, but Emma Clark able to clean it up off the glass. And Peyton Harvey going to back it away for AC Reynolds. Peyton pulls up on the jumper. No, Clark the rebound. 6 seconds. Pfeiffer trying to push. Oh, the drop off and the lay-in. Edwards again running the floor. And West Rowan delivers a haymaker to close out the first half. A 9-point lead, 29-20. They finish on a 12-3 run to end the first half. We'll be right back with more regional final basketball from Lawrence Joel Coliseum on NFHS Network.
In 100 counties in North Carolina, we have over 800 agents. We are within the communities, and our job is to help you. It's not just a business relationship, it's a friendship. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Uber Teen Accounts, introducing an Uber account for your teenager. Visit uber.com/teens to learn more.
You know, I love being local for my customers. It means helping friends and neighbors. The people in this county care about who they walk beside. That's what makes it so good to live here.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do.
This NCHSAA championship event is brought to you by North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
We welcome you back to Lawrence Joel Coliseum halftime with West Rowan leading AC Reynolds 29-20 here on NFHS Network. How about a 12-3 run from West Rowan to end the first half as we take a look at some first half highlights from these two teams. You talk about an up and down first half with multiple lead changes, couple of ties early on. It was AC Reynolds that had that 17-13 lead at one point. West Rowan came storming back, and they have a 9-point lead, which is their largest of the game so far. Emma Clark, a big storyline, what she was able to do on the offensive glass for West Rowan in the first half. And we mentioned the Falcons. It's been a balanced scoring attack all season long. Maya Edwards hitting the face-up jumper there and then running the floor in transition. This is what West Rowan does. Edwards with the lay-in, and that was to end the first half right there. And able to get in the paint at will. Here's Clark with the stick back on yet another offensive rebound. West Rowan, as we mentioned, a team that went 31-0 last year, won the 3A state title, turns defense into offense. They've got the ball to start the second half here in the third quarter. Two teams that have been on a collision course. AC Reynolds, the 1 seed out of the 3A West. West Rowan, the number 2 seed. They've been the top 2 teams in the West in RPI all season long. Here's Peyton Harvey. They dump it inside long and shuffle the feet and travel. Costly turnover 25 seconds into the third quarter. We'll take a second look. Talk about a West Rowan program, folks. They are 59-1 combined the last 2 years. That one loss came this season to Lake Norman, a 4A power. And an open look, you betcha. Tate Harvey, who shoots 41% from 3 coming into the ball game, buries it, and just what the Rockets needed as they pull back within 6. And a deflection out of bounds. It's going to stay on this end with the Falcons. Well, Lauren Arnold, who we mentioned, phenomenal player for West Rowan as a senior, can do everything. An outstanding defender. And trying to muscle it up was Thompson. Whistle and a foul comes in. That's the first team foul here of the third quarter. And it goes against Addie Long of AC Reynolds. Thompson, the sophomore, at the free throw line. And folks, West Rowan, you look at their roster, they've got 5 seniors, but Thompson is just a 10th grader. This is a kid you're going to see playing at the college level here in just a few years, no question about it. 1 of 2 at the charity stripe. Janice on the drive, wants the baseline, little drop off, long, soft roll over the front edge. Addie Long, right place, right time. Just when you think West Rowan's going to pull away, AC Reynolds comes swinging back. Edwards surveys the floor. Tough shot, gets it to go. Edwards might be the most improved player on this West Rowan roster from last year to this year. Well, Ashley Poole, the head coach, just raves about Edwards and her improvement from her junior season to this year, her senior season. And they say last touch by AC Reynolds. It's going to stay with the Falcons as they get it into Thompson on the pull-up. Wild shot. Tapped around, loose. Thompson picks it back up. Trying to lob it inside. Sweet ball movement in the finish. On the touch pass. Lauren Arnold with the deuce for West Rowan. They've got a 9-point lead again. It was 29-20 at halftime. Dangerous pass. Peyton Harvey steals it. And empty. They had a 3-on-1 and couldn't finish. Thompson, quick crossover, through contact, kisses it off glass. And a timeout, AC Reynolds. Tiara Thompson with the finish for the Falcons, and this is their largest lead of the game at 11. Once again, West Rowan out of the South Piedmont 3A Conference won a perfect 18-0, their second straight year, unbeaten in South Piedmont Conference play, 59-1 the last 2 seasons. And here's a look at the 3A bracket, that state championship Friday night at 6 o'clock right here in Lawrence Joel Coliseum. South Central Terry Sanford will be played tonight at 6 o'clock here on NFHS Network. And the winner of this one will await South Central, the top seed out of the 3A East region. East and West regions being played at Lawrence Joel Coliseum. And we started games yesterday afternoon, and they'll be played all the way through the state championships on Saturday. Regionals Monday to Thursday. We've got the 3A classification today. The 2A tomorrow, East and West, men's and women's. And then the 4A classification on Thursday. Nice take. Off the bounce, Peyton Harvey. Only a junior. She's already got an offer from Division I Presbyterian. And a whistle and a travel. Get a second look at Peyton Harvey. Going with the left off the glass that time. And I was talking with Lisa Whitaker earlier today, and she said, we were talking about the transfer portal, how difficult that's made it for high school kids to get recruited in the college ranks now. She's a junior, already has a Division I offer, and I think plenty more to come for Peyton Harvey. Pfeiffer brings it up the floor for West Rowan. Little stutter step, trying to change hands, left it short, stick back, yes. On the cleanup from Lauren Arnold. Lead back up to 11 for the Falcons. Harvey attacks and draws the contact. And Peyton's going to go back to the free throw line for the Rockets of AC Reynolds. There's 2 Harveys on this team. They are no relation. Tate and Peyton, 2 of the better players on this Rockets team. This is Peyton at the free throw line. We mentioned has that offer from Presbyterian out of the Big South Conference, a Division I school. Her recruiting certainly going to take off, and what a tremendous season it's been for AC Reynolds. Coming into this one at 27-1. Playing a really tough non-conference schedule. And a whistle and a foul on the other end as we take a second look at the replay. Thompson gets hit on the arm. Eberhardt charged with a foul. And Thompson, who has made a living, it feels like, at the stripe, this afternoon is back again. West Rowan took down East Lincoln in the Elite Eight Friday night. You think about the road that it took for AC Reynolds. An overtime game with Ben L. Smith, who had a tremendous team this year. 63-60, AC Reynolds able to survive at home. And of course, these 2 teams being the top 2 seeds in the East and the West. They got the first 4 rounds on their home court. Peyton Harvey races down Michaela Tenner from behind and knocks it out of her hands out of bounds. It'll remain Falcons basketball. Just under 4 minutes left to play, third quarter. Pfeiffer, the drop off. Clark, the finish. Emma Clark, who is a Tennessee softball signee, the multi-sport athlete, sticks it in for 2. This one saved right into the hands of Pfeiffer. Clark running the floor. Clark, back-to-back buckets for the Falcons. You think about the ultimate multi-sport athletes at the high school level, you can't go any further than Emma Clark. She's an all-conference player in volleyball, basketball, and of course softball, where she's heading to play in the SEC. Here's a steal. Tenner blocked from behind, and then a whistle and a foul as Eberhardt hits the deck for AC Reynolds. Bodies hitting the deck all over, and the whistle and the foul against the Falcons.
Number 30, Kira Thompson, her second team foul.
Ava Young checks back in for the Rockets. Well, Peyton Harvey brings it up the floor for the Rockets. Her motor runs non-stop. And you've seen that on display here in this ball game. Dangerous pass. Clark deflected it. What a save. Right into the hands of Tenner. Lead feet ahead for Edwards. And a touch pass to Pfeiffer, who gets knocked to the floor. Take a second look. It all started with the save from Clark to Tenner, and the extra pass from Edwards to Demaya Pfeiffer, who's at the free throw line. And knocks down the first. You hate to call it this, still 2:40 to go in the third quarter, but AC Reynolds is entering that danger zone. This lead has ballooned. It was 39-28 at our last timeout. And it has ballooned up to 18. Largest of the game for West Rowan. The Rockets desperately needing a bucket here. Janice leaves it off. Tate Harvey, floater, good. Tate Harvey, who hit a crucial 3 in that overtime win against Ben L. Smith to ultimately be a deciding factor with the floater. We'll see if the Rockets can manufacture back-to-back here. Trying to leave it off for long, it was taken away. Thompson sizing up Tate Harvey. Bullet feed inside Clark. Oh, sweet tap out to Pfeiffer. Floater, no. How about a third chance for the Falcons? And just a lid on the basket for West Rowan, but last touch by the Rockets. It's going to stay on this end. Tenner trying to feed it Clark, out of bounds, off the Falcons. It'll go back to AC Reynolds. Shot fake, corner 3, Wilcox. Here comes Pfeiffer, pushing, double clutching. Can't finish. Janice in transition for AC Reynolds. Lays it home with the left. Little mini 4-0 run for AC Reynolds. Good pressure in the backcourt. And a whistle and a foul issued to Peyton Harvey. And that's going to be team foul number 3 here in the third. We mentioned both of these teams. They're interesting. They mix up and mix and match their defensive pressures. Reynolds coming back with some pressure, and it works out. They force a turnover. Janis, good shot fake. Drives in, missed the bunny. And now a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to keep it on this end with the Rockets. Tate Harvey, their lethal three-point shooter, buries it from the corner. Gotta know where Tate Harvey is. She shoots 41% from downtown. And all of a sudden, AC Reynolds has trimmed the deficit to 11, but Clark has something to say about that on the other end. Peyton Harvey looked at the three. They'll kick it out. Extra pass back out top, Tate. Got two Harveys on the floor for the Rockets. Inside, they feed it. Long draws the contact. Take a second look. Addie Long with great low post position. And the foul called on Emma Clark. Well, we talked about West Rowan going 31-0 last year, and it was interesting because the player that they lost was Jamesia Huntley, who was nearing 9 rebounds a game on that state championship team. But this team returned a bunch of players that know how to win. 4 seconds. Pfeiffer to Clark. Good if it goes. And the third quarter comes to a close. 48-36. West Rowan leading AC Reynolds by 12. We got 8 minutes to send someone to the 3A state championship on Friday. We'll be right back on NFHS Network.
In 100 counties in North Carolina, we have over 800 agents. We are within the communities, and our job is to help you. It's not just a business relationship, it's a friendship.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Uber Teen Accounts, introducing an Uber account for your teenager. Visit uber.com/teens to learn more.
(48-36), 8 minutes for someone to punch their ticket to the 3A state championship Friday night at 6 o'clock. Once again, this is the 3A West Regional. We've got the 3A East on NFHS Network later at 6 o'clock. And a steal.
You can also look at
Tenner wanted the runner and couldn't get it. AC Reynolds needs buckets, and they need them fast, and instead they turn it over right into the hands of Thompson, and the Falcons give it right back. Herky-jerky start the first 25 seconds of the fourth. Do the Rockets have enough in the tank here to make a run and a push? Without their head coach on the sidelines, it's out with an illness today. Wilcox, long on the floater. Pulled in the rebound, back up, Peyton Harvey, second chance, no. Addie Long regathers and sticks it in. Big time bucket. Deficit down to 10. It was once an 18-point West Rowan lead. Clark, the drop off, missing the runner. Emma Clark there again. Wow. And Peyton Harvey called for the carry and a turnover back to West Rowan. Talked about the three-sport athlete Emma Clark for West Rowan. What she has meant to Ashley Poole and that West Rowan program over the course of her 4 years. Number 25 in blue. Heading to play softball at Tennessee next year. Little scoop, Thompson off the glass, wouldn't go. And rebound collected by Janice. And a whistle and a foul in the backcourt. That's the first team foul of the fourth quarter. We're glad you're tuned in with us on NFHS Network. From Lawrence Joel Coliseum in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And the Rockets turn it over again. Pfeiffer, coast to coast, wave it off. Offensive foul. And they say she pushed off. And Ashley Poole's got to be careful here. She's pleading her case with the official. And there is a bench warning against West Rowan. Peyton Harvey to the bucket, lays it home. All of a sudden, you can feel the momentum shift a little bit here in Lawrence Joel. Pfeiffer up the floor. Clark missed it from close range. Rebound Rockets. And a timeout granted to AC Reynolds. Both fan bases starting to rise to their feet here at the Joel. And we'll keep it right here. And two teams that we mentioned that have been the cream of the crop, if you will, in 3A, at least in the West region. That South Central and Terry Sanford later tonight out of the East. And it's interesting how the chalk held with the two number one seeds in the East and the West at this point in the Final Four. Falcons trying to get back to the state championship. They won it a year ago. 10-point game. Just over 5.5 left to go. Tate Harvey dials it up from long range. Out of bounds, it's going to go back to the Falcons. Thompson trying to handle pressure, gets it across the timeline for the Falcons. Pfeiffer to the bucket, just too easy. Muscles it up for two more. Right now, the Rockets just trading buckets. Three rattles out. Offensive board, back up strong, yes. Clock not on the side of the Rockets, 10-point game. And a whistle and a travel against Michaela Tenner. Peyton Harvey looked at it instead, kicks it back. Janice will dial it up, long range, no. Fight for the rebound. Snatch back in, score it, and a foul. Anna Wilcox. Talk about weight room. And through the contact, a chance at a three-point play. And she completes it. Deficit has been trimmed down to single digits. This is as close as the Rockets have been since early in the third. Coast to coast on the other end. Thompson just beats them by herself. Janice kicks it. Good shot fake there from Young. Peyton Harvey from deep. Off the mark, loose on the floor. Picked up, numbers for the Falcons. Arnold in transition gets fouled from behind.
AC Reynolds foul on number 13, Ava Young, her second.
Foul was on Ava Young. That's number 2 on Young. Just the first on AC Reynolds. Peyton Harvey nearly stole it away. Couldn't keep it in bounds off the deflection. It'll stay with West Rowan. Just over 4 minutes.
And for AC Reynolds, number 11, Mariah Everhart.
Tinner sets her feet. Off the mark, fight for the rebound. Back up and gets it to go somehow. Demaya Pfeiffer, what a second half she's had. And a whistle and a reach-in foul called on the Falcons. Fourth team foul on West Rowan. Next one will put the Rockets in the bonus. Harvey gives it up. Janice driving in. Finds Wilcox on the step through. And Wilcox couldn't get it to go. Emma Clark, the rebound, will lead the break. If you're West Rowan trying to eat some of this clock off here with 3.5 to play. And a foul from behind.
Rockets foul on number 13, Ava Young,
And Thompson going to line up at the elbow. Again, West Rowan runs some of the best baseline out of bounds plays that you'll see, regardless of classification. As we mentioned, Ashley Poole just loves what she does, coaches the middle school and the varsity. And there it is, scoring again off a baseline out of bounds. They find Tiara Thompson. Lead back up to 13. Driving, and the finish is Janice. And Peyton Harvey fouls Pfeiffer in the backcourt. Again, Reynolds has a few fouls to give. And I think at this point with 3:10, there's a decision to be made by Danny McLaughlin at how early they're going to start fouling. And now we got a timeout. We'll keep it right here inside of Lawrence Joel Coliseum. There's a look at, again, what is at stake. A spot in the state championship Friday night at 6 o'clock here at Lawrence Joel Coliseum. And a chance to maybe go back-to-back if you're West Rowan. AC Reynolds looking to punch a ticket again without their head coach today, who we mentioned is out with illness, and our thoughts and prayers with Amanda Whitaker. We hope the best for her. Of course, her players leaving it all out on the line today. today to try and get the Rockets to a state title on Friday. Here's a look at the 3A men's side of things. 71st and Westover. Later on out of the 3A East. Hickory and Central Cabarrus, the pair of 31-0 teams in the late game tonight at 8 o'clock. Central Cabarrus won the 3A state championship a year ago. What an incredible job Jim Baker does. I'll be back with you on that one at 8 o'clock tonight. Thompson brings it up the floor, and AC Reynolds with one more foul to give, and instead missing it on the doorstep was Edwards. Rebound Rockets, gotta move quickly. Peyton Harvey picks up her dribble, skips it across Wilcox from deep. Tate Harvey, the offensive board. Peyton from 3, connects. Deficit down to 8. AC Reynolds electing not to foul just yet. Pfeiffer, the floater, inside. Edwards just snatched it and laid it back in. Janis, strong take, lays it home. Clock just ticking away, and both teams just trading buckets right now. And a whistle and a 5-second call is going to give it back to the Rockets. They lob it inside. Janis can't finish with the left. Thompson lobs it. Couple of misses from close range, but finally regathering herself as Edwards to lay it home, and the lead is up to 10. Out of bounds. Last touch by AC Reynolds. And now Ashley Poole wants a timeout. We'll keep it right here inside of Lawrence Joel Coliseum. Danny McLaughlin didn't like that call. So we get a look at the last bucket from Maya Edwards, grabbing her on miss. And folks, I think if you're AC Reynolds now, you're forced to foul. 143, trailing by 10. Again, possession's hard to come by at this point. You got to try to stop this clock and get the basketball back. Big challenge has been stopping West Rowan. Again, we've been trading buckets almost this entire fourth quarter. (62-52). And the Falcons with the basketball as Pfeiffer spins away from traffic and then gets knocked to the floor. Now that was the last one Reynolds had to give. Stops the clock with 1:39. And Thompson. Wait a minute. Offensive foul, they say, away from the ball. As Tate Harvey lays it in. Excuse me, no offensive foul. They say she carried it. And now it's down to 7. Thompson to the bucket, changing hands, can't get it to drop. But Thompson again is heading back to the free throw line.
The foul is on number 2, Julie Janice, her fourth. Tiara Thompson at the free throw line with 2.
Thompson again, and we mentioned, has made a living at the free throw line. Not just in this game this afternoon, but all season long. Just has a knack for slithering in the paint, drawing contact, and makes them both there. That's 2 big ones. Put the lead back up to 10. Janice down the lane, can't finish, out of bounds. And Peyton Harvey is a little shaken up after the play. Now the trainer's going to come out to tend to Peyton Harvey. She kind of took a couple of steps back, almost like she was about to fall backwards. They're going to take a look at her. Peyton Harvey's got to leave the game with 1 minute left to play in the fourth. West Rowan gets it into Thompson. AC Reynolds not fouling, 55 seconds. Pfeiffer just dribbling out the clock, and now they foul with 42 seconds left. Pfeiffer at the charity stripe again for West Rowan. Falcons making the trip from Mount Ulla, North Carolina today to Winston-Salem. And they have brought a great crowd. Again, they were a little bit of concerns about the crowd that would be in store for these afternoon games. Both fan bases have made the trips. Spin down the lane. Janice.
What's your number?
West Rowan going to dribble out the clock. What an incredible showing today by the Falcons. They were down early in the first half, trailed almost the entire first half. Able to go on a big run to end the second quarter. And now it's getting a little bit chippy with 2 seconds. Whistle and a foul. And the West Rowan fan base up on their feet. We mentioned they made the trip from Mount Ulla, North Carolina today. And the Falcons are 2.6 seconds away from making another state championship appearance and possibly back-to-back state champion. And the clock runs out. West Rowan has punched their ticket to the 3A state title Friday night for the second straight year. What a performance all around. We've got to pick a player of the game. We're going to go with Tiara Thompson, who finishes in double figures with 13 points. Does it on the defensive end as well, but how can you pick a player of the game? Emma Clark, Maya Edwards. It was a tremendous all-around effort by West Rowan. They pick up their 30th win of the season, and they await the winner of South Central, Terry Sanford, our 6 o'clock game later tonight here at Lawrence Joe Coliseum. West Rowan fans, buckle up. You're going to make another trip from Mount Ulla back to Winston-Salem on Friday night for a chance at back-to-back state championships. Final score 66-54 for Kendall Lewis and the rest of our NFHS Network crew. We'll be back later on. More regional final action from Winston-Salem.